Mending Wall is a poem written by the American poet Robert Lee Frost.
Robert Lee Frost, born on March 26, 1874 and died on January 29, 1963, was an American poet. Known for his realistic depictions of rural life and his command of American colloquial speech, Frost frequently wrote about settings from rural life, using them to examine complex social and philosophical themes. Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime, receiving 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. Something there is that doesn't love a wall, that sends the frozen ground swell under it, and spills the upper boulders in the sun, and makes gaps even two can pass abreast. The work of hunters is another thing. I have come after them and made repair, where they have left not one stone on a stone. But they would have the rabbit out of hiding to please the yelping dogs. The gaps I mean. No one has seen them made or heard them made. But at spring mending time we find them there. I let my neighbor know beyond the hill. And on a day we meet to walk the line. And set the wall between us once again. We keep the wall between us as we go. To each the boulders that have fallen to each. And some are loaves and some so nearly balls. We have to use a spell to make them balance. Stay where you are until our backs are turned. We wear our fingers rough with handling them. Oh, just another kind of outdoor game. One on a side. It comes to little more. There where it is we do not need the wall. He is all pine and I am apple orchard. My apple trees will never get across. And eat the cones under his pines, I tell him. He only says, good fences make good neighbors. Spring is the mischief in me, and I wonder if I could put a notion in his head. Why do they make good neighbors? Isn't it? Where there are cows. But here there are no cows. Before I built a wall I'd ask to know what I was walling in or walling out, and to whom I was like to give offense. Something there is that doesn't love a wall, that wants it down. I could say elves to him. But it's not elves exactly, and I'd rather. He said it for himself. I see him there, bringing a stone grasped firmly by the top. In each hand, like an old stone savage armed. He moves in darkness as it seems to me. Not of woods only and the shade of trees. He will not go behind his father's saying. And he likes having thought of it so well. He says again, good fences make good neighbors. Theme of the poem. Mending Wall presents 2 types of people. The wall makers and the wall breakers. The traditionalists and those who wishes for change in the society, the radicals or revolutionaries. The haves and the have-nots. The natural forces and the supernatural forces. There is something that doesn't like the wall. It is a fight man versus nature and divine elements. The man wants the wall but natural and supernatural forces breaks the wall. Walls are against the natural order of things. The very nature conspires against the wall. Nature does not like walls. Wall stands for discrimination, racial, religious, casteist, cultural, political, economic, geographical walls exists in the society. Time and place produces people who pull down these walls. The wall builders would try rebuilding the wall. It is Sisyphean task. Apparently the poet opposes building the wall, but it is he that take the initiative. He informs the neighbor and fix a date to mend the wall. There is a difference between a wall and a fence. The neighbor says good fences makes good neighbors and not a wall. Poetic style and devices. The poet uses blank verse with great effect. Blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter. An iamb is a metrical foot having two syllables, the first unstressed, or weak, and the second stressed. And on a day we meet to walk the line, and set the wall between us once again. The style is conversational, and sometimes the poet is sarcastic and humorous. He is humorous when he pictures the neighbor as a Stone Age savage armed with weapon for hunting. Figures of speech. Metaphor, he is all pine and I am apple orchard. Alliteration, something there is that doesn't love a wall. What I was walling in or walling out. Assonance, and spills the upper boulders in the sun. Personification. Good fences make good neighbors. Only humans can be neighbors. Something there is that doesn't love a wall. That sends the frozen ground swell under it. Simile, like an old stone savage armed. Inversion, something there is something.